Ladies, as you know, we always conclude our program by giving some special awards that are across all of the whole department. So at this time, I would like to recognize Coach Phil Miller and Aaron Breister to come present the Iron Angel Award.
All right. So this year, strength and conditioning, we had an awesome year. This was the first time in my 5 years being here that every program participated all year round, right? In season, out of season, summer packets from last year. So that was huge. It was a great year. A lot of these larger strength and conditioning programs will use a lot of complicated like scientific metrics to measure, KPIs and success of the strength and conditioning program. We prefer to look at the sport-specific outcomes, right? So our performance indicators might be things that aren't so easily measured, but things that you guys see on the field or the court or the track, right? So we had quite a few that I know of, and I'm sure Field heard of with his group. This could be things like getting more rebounds, handling contact better, improve deceleration, change direction, things that result in creating less fouls, things like that. One of my favorites from this year was Rianne from softball beating out a couple bunts. That was exciting because that just kind of proved how fun Friday is paying off, right? And how much everybody's been enjoying conditioning. So yeah, I think every team had their individual like key performance indicators of the hard work in the weight room and on the track and how that's paying off, which is what we're doing this for, right? This year was a little bit different. We had to pivot for a couple of teams because of the low numbers. So just like, Liz and the sport coaches had to pivot when they had smaller rosters, we also had to pivot and put an emphasis on injury prevention and keeping the girls ready to participate, right? Our number one goal is to make sure everyone is available, right, on the field when it comes game time. So that takes away from some of the fun stuff in the weight room, but we got it done and we got through, and yeah, it was a good year. We cover all of the sports, but we have one award. So I want to take a second to shout out a couple other individuals that did great things because there's a lot of you guys out there. So when we do the testing, we usually we post the winners like comparative to your team. We don't do it out of the whole program. So I have a few program bests. Ava Spradley, she had, from lacrosse, she had the highest strength to weight ratio out of the entire strength and conditioning program, which is all sports, meaning for her body weight, pound for pound, to the weight that she's lifting, right? That's really impressive, yeah. Myranda from field hockey, she had the highest maxes in both bench and squat, and I don't even think she was trying. I don't even think she was trying as hard as she can, so that was awesome. And then the last one I'm going to shout out overall, LB from volleyball. She dominated in anything that had to do with jumping, whether it was vert or broad, she just dominated it, and I know she's proud of that. Okay, so on to our award for this year. This athlete was new to me this year, and she was kind of on my radar from the start. She jumped in, she picked up things quickly. She was a great example. Whether it was just her team in the weight room or other teams around, you kind of saw the other athletes looking to her. I don't even think she realized it because she's one of the less vocal ones, but she set a solid example year-round, which is huge for us, to have someone doing things the right way and being that example. We hadn't tested her before because it was our first year in the program, so when we got to testing, I had some expectations where we thought she was going to land, and she blew them all out of the water. She had the highest maxes and strength to weight ratios for her team. She had the best sprint times for her team, and she had the second highest and longest jumps for her team. So that's not the metric we look at for this award. We look at everything, but we're really proud of her hard work this spring and even when they were in season. So this year's Iron Angel Award is Ali Pelladori from volleyball.
So our next award, I am very humbled by the fact that my staff made the decision to honor my legacy at Meredith with the Jackie Myers Inspiration Award. As most of you know, I'm concluding my role as athletic director next month, so this will be my last award ceremony, so I wanted to share just a little bit of my story and perhaps why they decided to do this. Now, in the interest of time, it's already a little bit late, and we're not really following this time schedule, so I'm going to try to keep this brief, but I don't know that I consider myself to be someone that inspires people, but I hope that I do. But I will tell you that I came and began my career at Meredith in 2002. And I was previously at a small Christian college in Pennsylvania, but my dad's health was failing, so I wanted to get closer to home, so I moved back and found the perfect job, thank you, Dr. Jackson, at Meredith College. Although you weren't my supervisor when I first came here, I reported to the provost, but that's okay. This has been a good fit, so I'm very grateful for that. And But my father was battling Alzheimer's, and so I lost him in 2007. And then in 2009, I hit a little bit of a tough patch. Both my sister and myself, we were diagnosed with cancer in the same week. And it was pretty tough. You get those phone calls you don't want to get. My surgeon called, and he said, "Jackie, I've got good news and bad news." I said, "Okay, let me have the bad news first." He said, "Well, the bad news is you have stage 2 colon cancer. The good news is there's an 80% chance you're going to be alive in 5 years." So that's pretty, scary. When you're 53, you don't want to wrap your head around that. So I was like, wow. But praise God, my sister and I both went through chemotherapy, and we survived that. And a lot of you may not know this, but some of my veteran staff probably do. And this is, in 2012, hit another rough patch. For those that we care about and those that we love, and they get sick, it impacts our life as well. So in 2012, my life partner was diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. But if you want to talk about inspiration, if you ever have time to sit down and talk to her, she will inspire you to no end. She's a walking miracle. She had 2 craniotomies, double mastectomy, and radiation chemotherapy for 9 years. And the reason I want to mention that is because of what the inspiration she is to me and to so many others that know her. But I will tell you that what I have learned through all of this is that you never know what a person's actually going through. You have no idea, really. And what I have learned is that you need to show grace to everyone because you don't know what they're dealing with. You've probably heard and seen the ESPN clips, never give up, never ever give up. I played basketball for Coach Kayal. She unfortunately passed away from breast cancer. But Jimmy Valvano was also the men's coach at NC State while she was there, and he lost his battle with cancer. Now, why I'm still standing here, I don't know. I lost my sister in 2017. In August of 2017, I was diagnosed with chronic myeloid leukemia, so I had my second round of cancer. Not every story has a happy ending, but I am so thrilled to be able to stand here and tell you that I have been blessed by God. I give him all the glory for the job that I've had for the past 20 years, the opportunity to lead this program. I am so proud of Meredith College Athletics. And I look forward to seeing what's going to happen in the future, because I know that I've got a great staff, and you're going to continue to have successes. And Heath, you're going to have to keep making videos and do all those wonderful things for the successes that you're going to achieve. But I'm so grateful to my staff for this honor, and I'd like to ask Megan Ron to come up as she shares the story of this year's first recipient of the Jackie Myers Inspiration Award.
I am going to try my hardest to make it through this without crying. So this year's recipient of the Jackie Myers Inspiration Award, this is a player on our team who is a 4-year participant. She's been a 2-year captain of the Meredith basketball team. In November of 2020, her father was diagnosed with stomach cancer. In June of 2021, he was pronounced cancer-free and he was in remission. But in November of 2021, he was diagnosed with a cancerous disease that infected his bones. He was considered terminal. He declined very quickly, and on April 15th of 2022, At the conclusion of this player's junior basketball season, he passed away. After the passing of her father, this player struggled heavily with her mental health, suffering from anxiety and depression. She's the oldest child and grandchild, so the weight of responsibility in her family increased significantly. For one example, during Christmas of 2021, her dad was terminally sick, her mom had COVID, and she was shouldering the care of her 2 younger brothers. Even now, in more recent days, her grandparents' health is now declining. She's taken on some of that responsibility that her father previously had, taking care of them. When I think about this player, I think about the definition of perseverance and inspiration. Through all of her struggles in the past 3 years, she's maintained a full course load at Meredith. She's been in good academic standing with the college. She's remained a vocal leader, a source of strength and inspiration for our team. She's never let her personal struggle become a higher priority than the team. In fact, most of the team was unaware that her father was battling cancer because she did not want it to distract the team. This player had unimaginably hard days during basketball season, but for the rest of the team that was not aware, she kept a positive attitude in practice and was always committed to those moments with her team to better her team. She did everything her coaches asked of her on the court, including stepping up as a backup point guard, which is not her natural position because she knew her team needed her. This player was always willing to stay after practice and get extra reps, watch film when she needed to, because she knew that that would make her the best player and asset to the team. She's always known for rewatching the entire game, just as we had played it on the bus ride back on YouTube, and evaluating her performance and picking out areas for improvement immediately. She sets an example for our younger players about maximizing your potential and pushing yourself to be the best that you can on and off the court. In the face of adversity, this player only thought of others. She never let that adversity define her. Given the circumstances, I believe no one would have ever questioned her decision not to return for a senior season. But this player honored her commitment to her team, finished her senior season, and dedicated it to her father, who was not able to be present for her senior day. I only hope that others can gain strength from her story as I have. This year's recipient of the Jackie Myers Inspiration Award is Michaela Thompson.
Do you guys mind if I say something? I just want to thank you guys for this honor. But this is an inspiration award, and my inspiration is not mine alone. My faith has carried me this whole 4 years, and I just want to thank God for that and thank Him for the support system He's given me. My family, I love them so much, my immediate and otherwise. Thank you to my mom and my dad, my brothers. I would not be here without that. And my friends are the family that I got to choose, and they make it worth it because they choose me back every single day. Thank you to MCBB and my strength and conditioning coaches and my athletic training staff, but thank you mostly to my teammates. Y'all made one of the hardest days of my life better, and y'all did that for so many days, and you don't even know it. It's a bad day, not a bad life. So, in those hard days that seem like they turn into weeks, months, and years, think about all the good, because I promise you they outweigh the bad. And in that reflection for myself, I know I'm immeasurably blessed. Thank you, guys.
All right, our next departmental award is the Dean Burris Award, and this award is in honor of Dean Burris, who was a former dean of the college, and he was from what I understand, one of the most strongest athletic supporters of the college when he was here as dean. And so that's why this award is named in his honor. And I want to just tell you a little bit about this year's recipient. This is a person that emulates our core values. She's a true team player who always puts the needs of others before herself. She's trustworthy, loyal, and a caring teammate. She checks in on her teammates regularly and is always there to lend an ear, meet out the field for extra reps, and keep everyone laughing. Her circle of friends on and off the field span several different groups at Meredith, and she's someone that everyone can call a friend. Her dedication and commitment to the program is unmatched. She has been through so much, and her dedication to the sport shows through the challenges she has faced just to be able to play her sport. She has endured many health setbacks throughout her career that have challenged her love for the game. In her 4-year career, she has broken both wrists multiple times, fractured her knee, broken ribs, had concussions, and multiple pulls and surgeries. However, through responsibility and discipline, she has been dedicated to her teammates in her recovery. She's daily meeting with Liz and taking the proactive steps to work herself back onto the field. Off the field, she excels in the classroom as she is a Dean's List and USA South All-Academic student. She's also on the All-Academic team as well as part of Meredith's new Chi Alpha Sigma Honor Society. On top of all of this responsibility, she works full-time for student athlete. SAS, I'm not sure who that is, I'm sorry. SAS, okay. While going to school and playing her sport. She's never really been the vocal leader of a team. However, the entire team will tell you that we simply play different when she's on the field. She's a leader by example, and when she's leading this way, the team follows. She's always willing to help with recruits, team events, and team duties. She's also an active member of the SAC and serves as this year's treasury. While known as the enforcer to her teammates and coaches, she plays each game as hard and sometimes as physical as possible. However, playing hard has never resulted in her playing without respect for her opponent. She has always respected her opponents enough to give them her very best. She's been a 4-year member of SAC and a very present face around the Meredith Athletics Department. She's always willing to help out other teams with stats, game day management, or simply to gather friends and go support other teams. She is an athlete who loves to be around other athletes and competition and uses her free time to get involved and help however she can. This year's Dean Burris Award goes to Meredith Sinkler.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Marley Marl. I let my tape rock till my tape pop way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard, you never thought that hip-hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world's trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Ron G, Brucey B, Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a Crips.
Now for our final award of the evening, the Athlete of the Year Award. Another thing that I'm very proud about is the fact that as a single-gender institution, we are extremely competitive with our co-ed institutions. I had a little bit of concern about that when I took the job at Meredith because in the past, single-gender institutions weren't that strong competitively, at least the ones that I had been associated with or seen. But I'm proud to say that's not the case at Meredith College. And we set the example, and many of the athletic directors in the conference have always told me that they sort of want to emulate what Meredith does. And so I am so proud of you. But it never ceases to amaze me, the level of achievements that you accomplish. And this year was very difficult because we had a couple of people that have just set a lot of records and broken those records. I sat here in the seat a while ago and I was listening to their coaches talk about these accolades because they've already won awards tonight. They're great students, they're great athletes. I don't know if I necessarily really need to go through all their accolades again, but if you want to hear them, you want to hear them, should I do that? This year, we have Player of the Year athletes. And if you haven't figured it out, from the cross country and track and field team, Corinne Weaver, and from the basketball team, Kate Perko. While they're coming up, I'm just going to read a few things that their coach said about them, because some of these things have not been said yet. So Corinne has integrity in wins, losses, and draws. She will receive a reaction deep with sportsmanship and integrity in all cases. She respects all competitors, handshakes, fist bumps, and encouragement between herself, the competition, and her teammates. Discipline is the most important part of our sport. Without the discipline to put in hard work when no one is watching is what Corinne is a great example of. Cross country, she set program records in the 4K, the 5K, the 6K, first team all conference. We won the conference championship. Oh, good. You're watching. I'm sorry. I should be quiet and let you watch it. Okay, I apologize. The list goes on and on. Indoor track, she's all region in the mile. The 3,000 meter run, 5,000 meter run. She earned Division III Atlantic indoor titles in the mile and 3,000 meter run. They just finished their conference tournament this last weekend, and as Phil has already mentioned, she was the #1 athlete with the most points scored, and we set the program record for the program history. So, Corinne, congratulations on all of your accomplishments. But most impressive is that she's currently ranked 7th in the nation in the steeplechase, and so Coach Miller is going to get to go to New York and going to travel with her, and she's going to get to continue competing. So we wish you all the best of success. Coach Ron, when talking about Kate, she says she's one of the hardest working individuals I've ever coached. Now, I used to coach basketball, so I really appreciate this sport, right? So my office used to be right outside the gym, and I watched her Kate as a freshman come in the gym and spend hours working on her game. And that's how you get better. That's how you become this good, because you work at it. So she definitely has an unmatched work ethic. She's always the first one in the gym, and she puts up extra shots at practice every day. She raises the bar of what hard work means and pushes her teammates to improve every day. Very dependable and takes her goals she sets for herself and for the team to heart, doing everything in her power to better her team. I really want to share this example because this was really cool. One example of her character was displayed during an away game against conference opponent Brevard. With roughly 2 minutes left in the game, Kate already notched a 32-point, 16 rebound performance. She was in the game playing along some of her teammates who had not seen a whole lot of minutes. She grabbed her 17th rebound of that game, opened for a wide open layup, but she decided to pass it to her teammate so her teammate could score. So very selfless. She wanted to give her teammate an opportunity to score, so I think that's great, Kate. Congratulations. She takes pride in her personal achievements. She averaged 21.6 points per game, first in the USA South. Megan's already said this. It's worth repeating, though, right? 16 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds, 11 defensive rebounds. USA South, first all-conference. D3 Hoops, all-region. USA South player 4 times, player of the week 4 times. She's contributed amazingly to the team's success. 41% of their total points scored. 30% of their teams, 30% of their team's total points and 41% of their team's total rebounds. Again, someone from Meredith College has also set the mark in the nation. She was ranked in 3 categories. She was ranked #1 in all Division III for double-doubles this season. She was ranked #3 in all Division III for total rebounds this season. She was also nationally ranked #3 in all Division III for defensive rebounds this season. That's pretty impressive. I'm so proud to recognize co-athlete player of the year, Kate Perko and Corinne Weaver.
if y'all would just allow me a few more minutes, we have one more honor for tonight. Pinch myself. As most of you know, Jackie will be concluding her time as Meredith Athletic Director this summer. I would like to take the opportunity to celebrate her tremendous career and the impact she has made on Meredith College athletics. As a former collegiate athlete herself, Jackie played basketball under head coach Kay Yao with stints at both Elon and NC State. After college, Jackie began her coaching career leading both basketball and tennis programs at Elon, Pfeiffer, and Geneva College. Jackie became Meredith's athletic director in 2002. During Jackie's 20 years at our helm, she has brought so much change and growth to the athletics department. I'm just going to share with you a few of the highlights. We joined the USA South. We named our mascot the Avenging Angels, built the turf field and track complex, made many facility upgrades. She spearheaded the softball and tennis complex project that will break ground this summer. We went from 5 sports to 10, adding cross country, lacrosse, track and field hockey, and golf. We started the Avenging Angel Hall of Fame and the Avenging Angel Booster Club. Jackie also created the Meredith Core Values, which she lives out every day. She leads with integrity, works with discipline, shows respect to others, and is responsible for all of us. Every one of us in this room is here today because of Jackie. She hired every coach that's currently on our staff, which allowed us the opportunity to bring in these amazing teams. She's given us the opportunity to be part of an amazing athletics department. Under her leadership, our teams have seen great success, winning 19 USA South regular season championships, 12 USA South tournament championships, and 17 NCAA appearances. We've seen new sports, new facilities, and a new conference, championships, and department accolades. She didn't do it all herself, and she'd never take credit for it as if she did, but Jackie played a key role in getting the Meredith Athletics Department where it is today and where it is headed. Jackie's passion for athletics is evident as she's made it her life's work to serve others through sport. Besides all the facts and figures of Jackie's time here at Meredith, her most significant impact has been on the people. Above all else, Jackie truly cares about all of us. She leads with her heart, is genuine, is kind, and patient. Jackie, we are so grateful for you, for all your time, energy, and love that you've put into Meredith Athletics. You will be dearly missed. So, from all of us, as we break this team huddle for the last time, we say, wings up and best wishes. Now go stand out there.
All I can do is say thank you so much, and I'm honored. And it's been a great ride. I've enjoyed every single minute of it. And again, I can't wait to see what happens in the future. Keep going strong. Keep winning those championships, getting those rings. Make Lenny have to buy more and more rings, right? I think this concludes our program. Thank you so much. I know we've been over a little bit later than we had hoped, but we tried to get you in and out. But it's so fun to watch you guys and celebrate your successes. Congratulations. Good luck with the exams, and good luck to lacrosse. Good luck to softball. Good luck to track and field.